One word. Loss. Main event Jey Uso ended up losing the WWE Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship this Monday Night Raw. And I'm gonna be honest, it's got me thinking. Was Jey Uso's solo run a massive failure? But not from a business aspect, because don't get me wrong, Jey was selling yeet shirt after 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 yeet shirt. And it goes on and on and on. You got a red one, an orange one, a blue one, a black and gold one, which was my favourite one when he won the Intercontinental Championship. A white one. Probably got like another red one, a dark red one. I think there was even a purple one at one point. There was a yeet shirt for every colour of the damn rainbow. Probably a green one. I would assume there was a green one out there. But did his whole run fail? Was it just a whole business idea? Because, I'm going to be honest, he looked weak. Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble in 2025 in the most shocking and unpredictable Royal Rumble winner of all time. Because the week before that, he had just lost to Gunther at Saturday Night main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. And he goes and wins the Rumble the next week. And that's where people started to complain. I think if they never did that match, people wouldn't have complained that much about Jey Uso's big push. Online, there was a lot of hate for Jey Uso, and I was like, it's undeserved. Because Jey was getting like, we want Jey and all this stuff online, and then as soon as he gets to his position, he's getting the hate again. Now I know Jey is not the best person in ring. I understand that. I get that in the Rumble there were better people, but Seth Rollins didn't need to win it. CM Punk, maybe CM Punk. Roman definitely didn't need to win it. But Jey Uso being a win was cool because it was a shock. It was unpredictable. Nobody saw it coming. But did it work out for the best? I don't think so. I am a big Jey Uso fan. But when I look back at his 2 solo title reigns, the Intercontinental Championship, 28 fucking days, that is shite. He defended it once against Xavier Woods and lost it to Bron Breakker, the same person he beat it off. The World Heavyweight Championship, beat Seth Rollins by DQ, beat Logan Paul clean, and then lost it back to Gunther. That is shit. 51 days. John Cena literally pulled this man's arm up at the Rumble, told the fans, this is the guy you're going to root for now. And we didn't. Apart from the people in the crowd, the internet wrestling community just turned straight on Jey Uso. And that guy was getting hate after hate after hate after hate. And I hate to say it, sometimes it was justified. Okay, it wasn't justified. Jey had a decent story they could have gone with, him versus Cody Rhodes. I think that would have been crazier. Cody for the title. Jey beats Cody. Awesome. There's a story there. But they went with Jey Gunther. And people thought that would suck. And I don't think it did. However, their build to the match at Mania. Oh, hell, man. What was that? We had Jey doing these side missions, going into a tag team with Jimmy Uso, which was really cool. I enjoyed that. Going back to his tag team partner. But then he had the mess ups against Austin Theory. They added botching into his story. What the fuck was that? They never, ever pulled the trigger on a Jey versus Sammy match when he was world champion. If anyone should have beaten Jey Uso for the title and made sense, it was Sami fucking Zayn. They didn't do it. You had all the story here. Sami had the motivation. Jey had the love for Sami. You could have done it one-on-one. It could have been a face-to-face. And Sami could have won. The bear man could have won. And no hard feelings. But no. You went with Logan fucking Paul. Logan Paul, why? And yeah, going back to the first bit of the good story. Adding botching into the storyline sucked. Then the storyline got good when they murked Jimmy basically on TV. But that was all Jimmy. Jimmy Uso saved Jey Uso's WWE World Heavyweight Championship title storyline. He can't do anything without his brother. And I have to say this, I hate to say it, but is Jey himself without Jimmy? No. The next week, Jey doesn't yeet, thank Christ. Yeah, my brother's just been murdered. Let me just yeet, and yeet. But he still has the serious kind of promo. And then the crowd, no, just don't listen. And they keep yeeting. And I'm like, Jey, just tell him to shut the fuck up. And we get a serious side of Jey for the next couple of weeks. But you know what we never got? The right-hand fucking man. That's the Jey Uso we needed. Right-hand Uso. That's the guy we needed. We didn't get that. We got the right-hand yeet. And yeah, I enjoyed his promos. He's not the greatest on the mic all the time. But sometimes he can pull out a crazy good promo. And Jey Uso is that good at doing that. And yeah, WrestleMania came around. Jey Uso beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I was happy. I was feeling good. I was yeeting. I was going off the rails. I was excited. I was like, right, this is cool. What's next for Jey? What's next for Gunther? This first time Gunther's going to be out of a title picture for a long time. This is going to be great. Jey's going to be able to elevate a championship. I was wrong. Not to mention, he tapped Gunther out. Why does Gunther get a rematch? There was no shenanigans. Jey undisputably beat Gunther clean. Tapped the motherfucker out. Why does he get a rematch? Jey Uso could have sailed off into the sunset. Feuding against AJ Styles. Cool. Sami Zayn. Awesome. Seth. That's where he probably would have lost it. But you could have had the Logan Paul match. So Jey has another defense. You could have had the Sami Zayn match. You could even have done it versus Jimmy fucking Uso. Just because why not? Christ! Why did Roman never, ever, ever interact with Jey when he was world champion? Why did we never do it? We didn't pull the trigger on that. Jey would come out on Raw, get the "You Deserve It" chance, and he would be emotional. And I was like, this is going to be a fun title reign. I'm excited for this. Jimmy and Sammy would come out and celebrate with him. But again, you had Sammy standing behind him. Why didn't you pull the trigger? Why? Jey loves Sammy. Give him a title match. And then we went to Logan Paul. And then they dropped it off Backlash and went for Saturday Night Main Event because they saw people's backlash. And don't get me wrong, Jey Logan Paul wasn't even a bad match. It was just filled with 755,000 adverts that I couldn't be arsed. And Jey Uso's title reign wasn't terrible. Psych, it was. Because the next week, Seth Rollins would be like, I want to face you, bitch. And Jey's like, alright then. So we cut the Logan Paul match for a while. And we did Jey v Seth. And I thought, oh my god, he's going to lose the title here. He didn't. And this was Jey's best singles match in ages. But did he win clean? No. No, he fucking won by DQ. And then Gunther has the cheek to say, oh, I beat Pat McAfee. I get the match against you. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. You don't deserve the match because you beat fucking commentator Pat McAfee. And Jey accepted. I was like, oh, you've just put your title reign up for debate. That's it, Jey. Well done, mate. Your title's going to go. And we got to this Monday Night Raw. And I wasn't feeling very confident. I was like, there's even going to be a cash-in. Goldberg's going to cost Gunther. But I was thinking, Jey's going to beat Gunther, right? This guy came out with his son. I was like, there's no way they have him lose. They had him fucking lose! What? What? I can't believe it. This was horrible, brutal. It was submission after submission after submission. And Jey fights out and you think, go on Jey, you're going to do it. He reverses it and then Gunther puts it back on him. He's like, oh my god, he's going to sleep. And Jey gets back up and then Gunther gets it back on him. And Gunther makes him pass out. And they have the final shot of Jey and Jeys, his kid, literally crying. Gunter, you sick bastard! Oh, I don't know what to say. But this gives me the question. Did Jey Uso's solo run fail? Well, not as a business. They made a shit ton of money off his match. And main event Jey worked. He main evented shows against Logan Paul, stand-up main event. He main evented Money Bank versus Cena and Logan Paul. He obviously main evented a Raw against Seth Rollins. He main evented a Raw against Gunter. He main evented other Raws against Gunter for the Intercontinental Championship. He main evented Raw against Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship 2 times. Jey did bring that main event aura that he had. But since the SummerSlam 2023, main event Jey Uso hadn't done a main event PLE. I mean, literally, Fastlane opened the show. Crown Jewel wasn't on it. Survivor Series, main evented, but, well, come on. It's War Games. Of course he was going to main event. Royal Rumble 2024. You can't really say you can main event that because everyone does. So, like, yeah, I don't know about that one. Elimination Chamber 2024 wasn't on it. WrestleMania 40, the worst match in WrestleMania history versus Jey Uso. Backlash wasn't main eventing. Just faced Damian Priest and probably should have won the World Heavyweight title then because that was when he actually had a really good match. Saudi didn't wrestle. He had the main event against Gunter in the King of the Ring final on Raw. Cool. But this guy can never beat him. Never. And then they finally pulled the trigger at WrestleMania 41. And then they gave it back to Gunter. What sort of booking decision is that? Jey Uso's title reigns haven't even reached 100 days in total. Why? And that is all I got for you today, because I'm still very ill. But look, Jey Uso, solo run, massive failure for me. Put him back with Jimmy, save him, because I don't know what's next with Jey. He's probably going to go and lose it to Gunter again. He's going to lose to Gunter again. He'll get a rematch. All he's got to do is beat Pat McAfee. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.